If there's anything I hope that you ever remember that I say, and there's a lot of things that I say which I'm okay with you forgetting, but if there's anything that I want you to remember, no matter how long you're part of this community, no matter how long I'm part of this community, no matter how long you and I walk this planet, there's one thing I want you to remember. Is the mantra which I have come to that place of living my life by. You've heard me say it many times before. I'll say it again. Everything that shows up for us is an opportunity for us to show up as God. Yes. Everything that shows up for us is an opportunity for us to show up as God. This is the whole teaching of unity. This whole teaching of our way shower, Jesus, who boiled it all down to love God with your whole heart and soul, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So everything that shows up in our life is an opportunity for us to show up as that, to show up as God. It's that simple. What happens is, however, is that we, in our infinite human wisdom, always want to figure out how. When? Why? We want to know all these things before we show up as God. We want to know all these things because it helps us feel safe. It helps us feel certain. It helps us, whatever, those unmet needs that we have. We want to know those answers before we show up as God. And I believe that the reason that we want to know those answers before we show up as God is because in the moment that something shows up, we forget that we are God. If we remembered that we are God, then we realize we don't need to know the answers because those things do not exist in God. God, principle, love, spirit, whatever you want to call it, there is no when because there is no time. There's no how because there's no attachment. There's no what because it's all that is. So when we stand in the truth of what we are, which is spirit, truth, oneness, wholeness, love, strength, and my favorite, faith. What is faith? Charles Schwimmer, our co-founder, it is a magnetic power that draws unto us a heart's desire from the invisible spiritual substance. Faith is a deep inner knowing that which is sought is already ours for the taking. Which is sought is already ours for the taking. What are we seeking? Are we seeking a space? Or are we seeking to awaken and transform this world through divine love? Are we seeking to create a world that works for all? Are we seeking to make heaven be known on earth? I may have been mistaken, but I thought that's what we were seeking. That's what we were working, serving, striving, making the sacrifices to bring about. And it's okay if we forget sometimes. It's okay if we get caught up in the how and the when and the where. But what's more important is that we catch ourselves and we go back to the what we are, which is truth.